Hey guys, Automedic Garage back today. We're going to take y'all on a little adventure with us here. Not our normal content that we have here. However, it is going to involve a power stroke with us. We're just not working on it today. But anyways, we're taking Project Rhino that I made one video on when we first got it, getting it running, and then got so busy doing everything else, never caught back up with it. So we're going over to our lake property in Greers Ferry, Arkansas, and riding the trails in Fairfield Bay. Beautiful trails, and riding in the fall like this is a lot of fun. So we had the whole shop a giant mess of the day working on all this stuff. Lee had his 250F apart. We were working on the Rhino. We just had a whole bunch of little stuff to fix on all of this stuff to take it. So I'm gonna show y'all a couple clips here of what that looked like. What we doing, Gary?
Working on a bunch of side-by-sides and forward.
We got a shop full, and let me just turn around and show you. So we got a YJ that we just pulled the motor out of. We're waiting for a bunch of other parts to come in to put the new one that's in the box way over there in there. So that's gonna be put on hold till we get done with all of this, because we're getting ready to go to the lake for fall break and ride some trails. You going, Gary?
Yep.
What are you taking?
Polaris Razor.
Razor.
Yeah, racing.
So the reason I want to make this video is we had a video on this when we first got it a long time ago. This was all in pieces when we bought it. What did we pay for it, Lee? Like 1,200 bucks? I think we paid 1,200 bucks for it. The guy had the motor all tore apart, so we put it back together with all OEM Yamaha stuff, did a big bore 686 on it. Had the Gibson exhaust on it, which we're pulling that off. So if you have a Rhino and you're thinking about doing Gibson exhaust, don't get it. This is what ends up happening. I've done repaired it once, having to weld on it and everything else. All that fell out of the pipe. But we're just gonna show the Rhino after we do all this, because we never did another update on doing everything to it. Did wheel spacers in the exhaust and jetted it, and did a cold air K&N filter that I set up that I kind of made myself. These are jigs, racing seats. We got the, however you say this, whatever, seat in the back. Got a little bit of a lift on it. Just got some new tires mounted up for it today. So today we're just doing the bearings, putting the factory exhaust back on it, which I'm gonna modify the outlet a little bit like everybody does. Throwing the new tires on it, greasing everything up. I got a weld right here. It's starting to crack. We don't want that to happen while we're riding trails. So along with getting this ready, we gotta get this four-wheeler ready, because Jackson's going with us. He's gonna ride this. We got the starter pulled off of it. We gotta clean the air filter, change the oil. What else we gotta do to this one, Lee? Adjust the chain. Yeah. Dad bought that one. We're getting ready to take it to him. We got to put sprockets and bearings in the back of it, change oil in it. Lee's putting the throttle cable on the 250F. What are you doing to the Banshee, Lee? Putting new bolts and shock on the back, changing the transmission oil, probably adjusting the chain. Lee's gonna clean the carburetors, clean the air. We got new pod filters coming. Those are done. They're old. So yeah, that's what's all happening today. All right, guys, it's the next day. Lee got the oil changed in the Banshee. What else did he do on it? Oh, he put a new sprocket on the back, adjusted the chain, greased everything up, threw some new pod filters on it, and it was all ready to go. He rode it, busted the clutch cable. So we're back from Maxim Cycle out in Millington. Got a new Motion Pro clutch cable for it, and new spark plugs. Actually didn't go through the carburetors because he threw another set I had in there and it ran much better, so I'm sure the plugs was a little fouled. Waiting on the starter on this one still. Should be here tomorrow. This one didn't need axle bearings. It was actually the brake pads. The shoes had come apart. Let me show you here. So these were some cheap Amazon brake shoes that I got at the time. Probably shouldn't have done that, but you can see the glue just came right off. So it had the brakes froze up. So we got a new set of EBC brake shoes for the rear of this, and we got the new sprocket and chain, and then this one will be good to go. And on the Rhino here, we fixed our bolts here for the bushings. They had gotten grooves warming on both sides, so that's all nice and tight now. Did the same thing over here with the new bolts with locking nuts, and did new hub bearings and seals here. So now this is all tight on this side. So now we got to do the welding up in there that I mentioned. That's just a piece of plate steel I had. It's going to go on the top after I weld that crack all up to reinforce that. And then this thing has this lift on it. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but these had worn down right here where they go there. So I'm gonna do some welding, build that up, and I may just tack this onto here because the lift's gonna stay on it. I don't ever plan on doing long travel suspension, nothing like that. So we gotta weld that up also. And then this will be all ready, except for putting the stock exhaust back on. So put the factory exhaust back on. And I'm just tickled with how it sounds. What I did was, it's all factory the same way that it was, except I added this turn down on it and took the little small factory turn down off, and I drilled 3 extra holes in that first wall that you see inside of here. And it just deepened up the tone a little bit. I figured that'll help it flow a little bit better. Whatever, it's a lot quieter. It's got a good tone at idle though. Doesn't sound bad. Doesn't look bad either. Put some cool underglow lights on it while we were doing all this stuff. And the biggest thing that I kept waiting to try to get this project done for the longest time is this roof. And I got to give a big shout out to family friend Jeff, who races, and so he does all this sheet metal work on his race car. And I said, hey, you think we could throw a top on this thing? He said, yeah, let's come check out all the scraps I got. So this is just made out of scrap material he had laying around. So we did have to put a joint in it here, but it looks great. And it's all riveted every 5 inches on the top there. And I really don't mind it being white underneath here. It kind of brightens it up underneath the Rhino here. So now that we spent 2 days getting everything running, we're getting ready to load all this stuff up and go have us a good time over there. So now, before y'all make fun of me loading this stuff up on this trailer, we are gonna look like Sanford and Sons, the Clampetts, whatever, loading this stuff up on a 16-foot trailer, because it fills this thing up. But hey, this thing's gonna go away soon. I want to get a 20 or 22-foot bumper pull, because we're gonna start buying some more trucks to flip on the channel here. Can you come here for 2 seconds? Set your coffee down. You're on video, by the way. It just fits. Leaving enough room so that when the Rhino bounces a little bit, it's not just rubbing all up against it. Everything's strapped down. Miss Automedic went to go get Lee from football practice this morning. So as soon as Lee gets back from football practice, he just got to load his helmet and whatever else up on here, and we'll be heading out. ready?
Wait, yeah.
Are you ready? No. Hey, Gary. Is he waving? I can't even see him. There he
Gary, wait.
is. Where's Troy at? Did you get a map this time?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe we can show y'all a map here in a little bit. We're going to do the green trail first because it's got a good place to eat lunch. And then, yeah, we'll ride wherever else after that. But we'll show y'all the map. It's a fun place to ride. Not a lot of mud. Not a mud fan. It is dusty, though. That's why Miss Automedic has her hair in a French braid. I was thinking about doing mine that way, too. Jackson, what did we just have to do?
Fix the flat.
Can I see it? Right. Where's it at?
Where'd it go?
Look at that quality plug. There it is, right there. That tire's about had it though.
About done.
Leave it to Jackson to tear it up. All right, so we've ridden, let me see what I think we've ridden.
10 miles.
10? We've done 10 miles of trail so far. We've usually done more than that. We're going a little bit slower today, but came back to, we ate lunch on the trail. Now we're coming back to load up the coolers again, get some more snacks. So we're gonna ride the last trail orange. Dad thinks his rear end bearings are going out in that four-wheeler. We just had to tighten up the chain adjusters on the Banshee. Anybody that's had a Yamaha knows how wonderful those chain adjusters are. So we tightened that up. We're gonna finish orange. Gary got back in the driver's seat because there's some places you can get air on this trail, kind of fun. We're gonna head on. Are y'all having fun?
Yeah.
Griffin?
Drew, I'm videoing. What are we doing?
Pushing a flat tire again.
What did you say?
Well, you get the plug kit ready. Here, Griffin. Plug that in.
You buy that as a
Where's
kit?
y'all cigarette
Evidently,
lighter?
Gary.
Flat.
Why do you keep breaking it, Jackson?
Happened. Got a little K to wait.
There's one, oh yeah, there's one back
Where's
here.
it at?
Hey, Donna.
Huh?
Will you grab my can of dip out of our glove
Got it.
box? As much as I fixed your truck, you can't give me a couple plugs.
Sticky.
It's in there. What's the lighter in here for? Where you put the burn?
I had some glue in there. You don't think we need
Probably better.
Wow, that looks great.
Yeah,
That's good.
Here. All right, they're on fire, son.
Turn it off. Oh, you need the aim for
You did what?
I peed in the woods.
Oh, I got Daddy. What are you doing, Drew?
You're trying to hunch on me.
I can't even get my horse behind your head if I wanted to.
What is he trying to do?
So we're back. We're dusty and dirty, as you can see. We got to go back and pick up the little red four-wheeler because it had, what was it, third flat? Third or fourth flat. We plugged as much as we could. That tire's done. So we parked it on the side of the trail, not far off the road. We're going to go back and pick it up. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Just some good times. getting the Rhino fixed, getting all the other four-wheelers fixed, getting to see the old Banshee run some trails again. It's Automedic Garage signing out. Y'all like, subscribe, comment. Check us out at Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble. Go check out AutomedicGarage.com and go check out all our other content if you will. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. Come check out the trails over here at Fairfield Bay. A little dusty this time of year, but a lot of fun. Some good places to eat over here. We're about to go eat at, what is it called, Lakeside Cafe?
Yeah.
Eat some catfish over there. So this is Automedic Garage signing out.
Well, holler at y'all